Happy Wednesday, everybody. Super excited for today. Such a beautiful morning. I feel amazing. I feel great. And I'm super excited to be able to reach my goals every single day, one step at a time, guys. It's so amazing to be able to take the opportunity to become better every single day. And I think that's what matters the most, is that we become better every single day. The good thing is that as you become better, then things around you become better as well. And, the way I kind of start my morning, well, not kind of, but the way I start my morning is I have a specific routine to help me to stay on track. And that's doing my devotionals first thing in the morning. That's reading a book or listening to a personal development audio, and making sure I work out, right? And getting my Herbalife products in. And guys, having your routine is going to make the biggest difference of where you're at right now and where you choose to be. Having a routine, creating these habits, right? The routine and the habits that you have now is the reason why you're at where you're at right now. It's not because of any other circumstance that's caused you to be where you're at this very moment, but it's because of the habits, the lifestyle, and all the other things that you've built up in time, that you've been able every single morning, the way you wake up, every single day, the way you eat, like what you do is going to determine how you are today. And so how do we change these habits? How do we change these routines? What is it that we do? The first thing that I started doing, guys, I started changing my outlook in life. I became more open-minded. And what I mean by that is, I didn't say yes to everything, but I wasn't closing the box. One thing that really helped me the most is that I became open-minded, right? When it came to fitness, I became very open-minded to fitness. When it came to business opportunities, I was very open-minded, am open-minded about these opportunities, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to, certain foods, very open-minded about that. And I'm open-minded to the fact that it'll allow me to have the opportunity to become that much better. And so, before I started my journey, I wasn't as outgoing as I am now. That wasn't me 4 or 5 years ago. But what I did was I made the decision to say, you know what? I might not change completely today, but one step at a time. I fell in love with the process. I fell in love with the lifestyle. I fell in love with the journey. I fell in love with, adapting and making changes and being able to see, time over time, you're seeing growth, right? I look back 5 years from now and I say, man, I probably could have given more, but just seeing what I've given now, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty surprised, right? If you've made it this far in life, then that's something to be proud of, because not many people get this far. And so the decisions that you make every single day, I don't want to make decisions for you. I don't want nobody making decisions for me. I want to learn how I can make my own decisions. Because if I can make my own decision, right, and I can act quicker on my own decision, I can change my routines and I can change my habits. And all these things come into play, intuition. And so one thing I realized is that when I started to change my routine and habits, and then I became persistent while doing it, right? I had the right mindset of, hey, you know what? The biggest thing about, me being able to gain more muscle is waking up, 30 minutes earlier. And just waking up 30 minutes earlier made that much of a bigger difference for me, right? Instead of, so what that meant was, okay, one of three things has got to happen. All right. I can't stay up late at night because I won't be able to wake up early in the morning. See what I'm saying? So I have to sacrifice something. I have to give something up for the greater good. I cannot be out late at night hanging with people, right? Or simply, I just can't be up on my phone, right? I don't need to be on my phone late at night. And so these are small adjustments to be able, so when I start taking action, the opportunity to wake up earlier in the morning is already there. And so what I had to do is I first took action, then the opportunity was there. The opportunity is going to always be there. It's whether we take action or not. Here's the next thing. Being open-minded. So I talked about being open-minded. Being open-minded, it allowed me to see things that I thought I'd never see before in my entire life. Results I've never seen in my entire life, right? Like me being open-minded to just how I make my products and how other people make their products, right? It's not just this one way. I'm open-minded to other ways, and it collabs and it leads me towards my success. And so, I'm open-minded about, hey, if there's other ways and other avenues, to progressively build more muscle, I'm open to that. Hey, I'm not at my goal yet. And so what happens is that, before I was so closed-minded that I didn't take the opportunities that were there because I didn't take action. Being closed-minded sometimes can stop you from taking action, especially when you're asking for specific things, right, that are right in front of you. And so, these are things that over time, they've developed. It's not just a skill that you guys acquire overnight. I didn't acquire this overnight. It took years. I'll tell you this though, it will most likely take you a little bit faster because you're learning from my mistakes. You're learning from my downfalls, which is not a bad thing. It's great because there's wisdom in finding, understanding and learning things from people who messed up. And so I just want to share with you guys my journey and, first couple of years, and where everything's been and where I'm at now. I know if I can do it, you can do it too. And so I believe in you. If you're watching this video, I just want you to know I believe in you. And I know you can do great things and you will do great things. Set up for yourself because you don't need anybody to do that. Right? You don't need a car. You don't need people. You don't need an audience. You see what I'm saying? The reason why you don't need those things is because those things didn't start you from the beginning. Those things aren't the reason why that you started your journey in the first place. You started for yourself. You started for your family. You started to become, better. You started to for the sake of looking better, maybe to accept, whatever the case may be. But I know you didn't start just because, what everybody else was negatively saying. See what I'm saying? And if you use that negative as fuel, hey, even more power to you. You see what I'm saying? I'm not even going to knock that because sometimes I've used those things. But, what drives me now is something of greater purpose. And so I want you guys to be able to relocate if you've already found it, but then you kind of fell off track. Relocate. And then, if you haven't, then it's time for you to search for who you are yourself. You've given so much time to everybody else. You've given so much time to things that haven't, been conducive to you. And so find the time. See what I'm saying? What is it you need to sacrifice to be able to step into the next opportunity? Do you have to sacrifice your pride? Do you have to sacrifice the way you feel like the way you're eating now to eat better, to get better results? Are you willing to sacrifice the way you work out now to work out better and get better results? The thing is that we block ourselves because there's that one thing that we're holding on to. And the minute I released the things that I didn't need that I was holding on to, guys, things started coming pretty swiftly. Now, I'm not just talking about monetary things. I'm talking about the understanding. You see, we wake up every single morning, we forget to do our devotionals. We forget to do our personal development. We forget to have our shaking tea. We forget to do all these things. But I want to talk to you guys because this morning I woke up very early and, I seized the day. I was given the opportunity to wake up early with the grace of God. And seized the day, I went to the gym and worked out. This 15-day challenge has been a struggle, because life happens and things like that. But, guys, at the end of the day, you got to stay true to yourself, stay true to the process, and you always got to look at your goals. And this morning, I looked at my goals and said, you know what? It's time to get after it. Everybody has a different drive. Everybody has a different motive. But for me, it's time for me to get after it. So hopefully you guys stay inspired. They love you guys so much. Let's stay on top, man. Let's build some muscle. Let's get it.